Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a brand new episode of Wound Farce, where we review and discuss your and our favorite comedy films. This is the world's first and only combination trivia host and professional wrestling announcer of Chilean descent that currently resides in Southern California. From trivia nights to title fights, your voice of choice, the stunningly stupendous student of stupidity, Ozzy V. And also with me on this. Why? Why? Well, I don't understand.
Because it's funny.
You are a student of stupidity, Ozzy. You should understand.
Also with me on this program is world famous juggler Greg Larson. How you doing, Greg?
Man, the battle between the Ozzy intro and the Todd soundboard has become an ongoing thing. I really appreciate.
Every time I remember it's there, it's good times.
The thing that's crazy is that we'll record an episode and we'll have a lot of soundboard in the beginning, and then there'll be no soundboard the rest of the episode, so I'll forget about it. So when we record again, it's almost like, oh yeah, there's a soundboard. Hits me every single time. And it's driving me crazy. Also with us, ladies and gentlemen, the aforementioned Fleshroom producer Todd, master of the soundboard. That was a clear cue for you.
Okay, see, when I bust out a new one, it gets them. Is that okay? Hurry up, Ozzy.
Sorry. Okay. All right. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this week we do have the pleasure of reviewing and discussing All of Me. That was a 1984 film with Steve Martin and Lily Tomlin. Todd, do you have a trailer available?
Oh, I do.
Roger Cobb was a rising young lawyer whose first big case...
Guess what I'm going to do?
What?
I'm going to come back from the dead.
...was a basket case. They put her soul in a bowl, but things got out of control.
I lost her. I can't believe this. I can't even die right.
Somebody please tell me this is not happening.
Now Edwina Cutwater is dead and living in Roger Cobb's body.
It's 2 o'clock. I want you out of me by 3:15. Now where's this one?
You put Edwina back in bowl.
Back in bowl.
Edwina back in bowl. Go fix bowl. Fix bowl. Go.
She's spoiling his love life.
Edwina.
My name is Peggy, you pig!
Oh, let me explain. It's Edwina Cutwater. She died today.
You did it with a dead one.
He's running her afterlife.
I can't go in there. That's the men's room. Just shut up, as I say.
And he can't get her out of his system.
Well, excuse me.
Steve Martin and Lily Tomlin in All of Me.
That was the trailer for All of Me, again released on September 21st, 1984, rated PG. Disclaimer, that is an early 80s PG. Moving forward with a runtime of 93 minutes, with the novel written by Edwin Davis titled Me Too, the adaptation by Henry... I understand. The adaptation by Henry Olick and the screenplay by Phil Allen Robinson, directed by Carl Reiner, starring Steve Martin and Lily Tomlin. Now, in the trailer, you might have noticed a big giant rectangle around Victoria Tennant's name, saying starring Victoria Tennant. However, we know who the stars of the film are. I wasn't sure. I hadn't seen any.
That was a contractual box. That used to be a thing. Like if you had the box around your name, it was like somehow it got written in the contract to make. I don't even remember how it works. I've heard it explained before, but yeah.
With this movie with Steve Martin, Lily Tomlin, we got it. We're gonna get you the contractual box for the trailer. Don't worry.
It
It
just
just
a
sounds
thing.
funny. I understand. It just sounds funny. Initial thoughts on this. I hadn't even heard of this movie until my Todd or Greg, I don't know which one of you guys
I brought
it
it up because there was a brand new Vestron limited Blu-ray
Oh, look at
Ooh.
that.
with special features.
What kind of special features we have?
It has, I will tell you. It has an audio commentary by film historian, has an interview with
Stop, pause. Commentary by who?
a film historian that you've never heard of.
So they just don't even have a name. It's just a
Oh,
film.
well, did you want to know Joe Ramone? Would that help?
Oh,
Yeah, Joe Ramone.
yeah.
Then there's an interview with the screenwriter, a video essay from a film critic, I don't know, a Hollywood historian interview, still gallery still gallery, a teaser, a theatrical trailer, and some TV spots.
I'd like to think that Mr. Ramone's watching the show and is like, "You've lost one viewer now. You know who I am."
Trust me, there's gonna be a lot more film historians coming up soon. I'm sure Dane will be one.
I'm just more concerned about video essay.
Oh, that's the thing in special features. There's a lot of good ones. They're just give you a lot of fact that there's quite a few good ones. I haven't watched this one yet particularly. I probably should have before this show, but time was of the essence. So
I understand. Tons of funny moments here. You guys good with your initial thoughts? We can get right into our favorite moments.
well, initial thoughts. I mean, this was 100% back when movies were movies and they were all thought up on cocaine. This is 100% a good idea on cocaine movie. Because you know what? The lack of cocaine today is why we don't have great films like that.
That's fair. That's fair. You know,
That's pretty funny.
I hadn't even heard of this film. And I mean, I'd seen it, when looking up movies to possibly watch. I was like, oh, this looks like a good cast. And every time we go to record, I'll let my wife know, hey, there's these movies that we'll be watching. Are you interested in watching any of them? This one was one she was like, oh, yes, like we need to watch this. And I was like, all right, cool. That sounds great. And so then after, I'd watched it the next day, I go to my grandma's house. Right. And we're sitting there talking and I was telling her, oh yeah, Jackie and I ended up watching this movie during our anniversary. And she goes, wait, what movie? And I told her, she goes, I literally just recorded that off of, whatever channel. I was like, oh, that's great. So it was a nice little small world moment, but
That's hilarious.
Cast wise, my grandma said it, best. She goes, with that cast, like, I don't even know anything about the movie, but I really want to see it. Looks like some great times are bound to happen. And then when I told my mom about it, especially the scene where Steve gets bonked in the head, she just started laughing out loud with how dumb that sounded. I was like, yeah, you're about right.
What's funny is when this was suggested, I had watched the trailer, but I stopped midway. It was the clip in the trailer when he is walking and it's clear that he is not controlling both sides of his body. That's where I just stopped the trailer. Like, all right, I'm just going to let everything else come to me. That's all I needed to see. I just wanted to understand what the movie was about. Go ahead.
I'm going to tell you that as a child, that was the scene in the commercials that made me like, I want to see this movie, and made my mother drug her, made me take me to see this.
So basically,
you drugged your mother to see that?
I'm
sure she would have been okay with it.
Well, it was the 80s, so
yeah. Just cocaine. Remember the cocaine.
Just to illustrate, I'm well aware it's been pointed out that I have the mentality of a 6-year-old Todd.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
I just want to have anybody watching this.
I was like
acknowledge
8.
this.
Thank you.
Oh, excuse me. 6-year-olds were lame, man.
Oh, I'll get it right. 84 September. Okay, I may have been 7, but whatever.
So
almost 8. I was past 7.5.
All right. So getting into some of these favorite moments, I had the fortunate opportunity to find and write down 3 of my favorite lines from this film.
I have 3
So
too. Oh God, if they're all the same, we're gonna have an issue. I think I wrote 3 down too.
no. I mean, if I write 3, you write 3, and Greg
Well,
writes
that's what I'm
3.
saying. I'm just saying it'll be funny if we established 6-year-old or 7.5-year-old Todd and Ozzy.
Oh, that's a good
So I'm
point.
just trying to see if we're in sync on this.
Well, I think I know what line would be. Well, I mean, not 6-year-old Todd or 8-year-old Todd, but I
There's
have a
definitely
feeling I know. I mean, I don't know if you guys want to try figuring out what each other's favorite lines were, but if I had to guess Todd's favorite line, it was pretty soon just going to a funeral would give me a hard on.
that did not make my list.
Dang it! I totally thought that was going to be Todd's favorite.
Uh,
That was one I wrote down, but because when he dropped that line, I lost it a little bit, so I had no problem whatsoever with using that as my favorite line. Curious if you guys hit my other 2. If who would like to go next?
Mine wasn't a line,
Oh, yeah?
actually. Mine was what's his name? The Praka. What was his name again? The
yeah.
I think it was Braca.
Was it just Braca? I'm looking it up.
so
Yeah,
He-
Braca Lassa.
Praca.
yeah. He didn't have to say anything, but there was a moment where he's sitting back there playing that wicked triangle. I don't know why, but just his waiting. Like, I was dying laughing, just enjoying his moment in that scene. Like, that hit me harder than it should have. And fun fact, do you know what role he played in at least Ozzy in My Childhood?
Which
The
one?
played
Braca
him.
character?
That actor. It's in an animated series.
Oh,
Mm,
I don't want to cheat and click his name, so I'm not.
animated
know.
series has to be like Looney Tunes or Ninja Turtles.
You're close. And he only played one character in 1 or 2 episodes. So it's not like he was a recurring
So
character.
it was not Ninja Turtles.
No.
Was it Exo Squad?
No.
Exo Squad was.
You were much
freaking
closer
awesome.
with Looney Tunes.
Oh, much closer with Looney Tunes.
Oh, okay. I think I know what it might be, but I see it now. I know what it is. Yeah.
I give up. Go ahead.
Do you want me to say it?
Go for it.
Pinky in the Brain?
Oh
No.
No.
Okay.
Oh,
But it along the same lines. Well, maybe it was with that, but it was Animaniacs.
Okay.
He was the Wally Llama from Animaniacs. One of the greatest Animaniacs cartoon episodes
I
Brilliant.
see it. I see it right there now. You know what else he was in? Popeye from 1980.
No kidding.
Yeah, you know that we should have watched already.
We definitely should do that movie.
Sorry, I'm shaming on live. All right. Did you say your line? Now I got sidetracked with.
I did. Well, I mean, I said
I
the
know you
line
did.
that I wouldn't mind, but there was also another line.
Well,
that
I
you
haven't
had
gone yet.
mentioned. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was talking to Greg, not you.
Yes,
Oh,
yes, the
sorry.
triangle.
The trying. That's what it was. Okay. Whew, out of these. How dare you say penis to a dead person? Yeah, that was funny. That got me good. I got a couple others, but what's your other one, Ozzy?
Well, I wrote this one down because it reminds me of a line that my theater teacher would say, like just in terms of like the delivery and like just this is I saw her. It was crazy. Especially, I mean, for a couple of years, I was like the assistant to her during some shows. So I'd write down notes for her. So I pretty much came very familiar with her mindset and way of thinking. Like she couldn't stand silly BS and would need things to look real. Go figure. So I'm not certain what purpose balls actually serve, but they got to make a better pair than the two of you. I like the delivery on that was such her. It was almost scary. But yeah, those two lines got me so hard. Now, if we have to get into critiques, it felt like the first hour 15 blew by, but then towards the end, as when the resolution was trying to get solved, is when things kind of slowed down a bit. And not that it really, for me, impacted its rating, but it almost just felt like we were at a point in the end where, okay, we should be done with this now. But it just, I mean, this is a 93-minute runtime. Maybe in my head subconsciously, it's like, it's 3 minutes too long. You know? But if I had to give a critique, it would be that things did, at least in my mind, slow down towards the end. But it didn't, for me, it didn't impact its rating. It's still great and entertaining. Just, I mean, the cast alone,
Yeah,
start to finish.
it's definitely a hard one to like pick something out, but I think the one thing that did irk me a little bit about this film was the whole reflection thing. Like I felt like they were at times trying to make it as if it's a mirror image, and so they'd like try to do something at the same time, but it was never really in sync with it. So I would have rather they not even attempted to be close to that and just let her be like her own unique, doing whatever she's doing and not have to have a reaction similar. Because since it was so not in sync, I was like, just go one way or the other. It wasn't necessary. I didn't feel the need. You could have ghost added it where you just see this guy doing his thing and no one else is connected to it.
Ghost adding it means something different now.
That's fair.
Post conviction, but
Yeah.
That's
But yeah,
fine.
that's it.
yeah, I get what you're saying with that too. But my biggest thing is kind of what Ozzy's saying, that it drags at the end.
Hmm.
I mean, but a lot of comedies from the era, they're like, all right, let's do a bunch of funny stuff and then try to just wrap it up in the last 10, 15.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's one of those. So, but
Drags at the end is also something.
but I mean, overall, it's one I don't think I've revisited it in a couple decades at this point,
Mhm.
at least. It's not one but I was really excited to revisit it for the show, which is why I grabbed the Lionsgate Limited Blu-ray. And yeah, it's one I don't think about often, but now that it's like in my collection, I think I've owned it since a tape way back in the day. So, yeah.
Alrighty, so let's get into the ratings. It is a 4.5 from me. I know that I had mentioned that the ending didn't really impact its rating for me, but I guess I lied a little bit. It was just enough just to bring it down a half a point, but the first hour 15 is so chock full of funny moments that it just kind of felt like forced to get through to the end, just because so many things were going on here that it's almost like, okay, to resolve this, we can't match the kind of antics that we just saw. And almost like it seemed like they tried with, the whole flower bed and, aspect, just made things go on a little bit longer. But
Mhm.
I mean, that first hour is so great and everybody's so funny that it does help once you get to that point that it's not terrible. It's just, you're just waiting for the ending to happen at that point. But
Yeah.
4.5 from me.
I thought this one, it was funny, like all the way through for me. I was expecting her to go into the horse, not the flower bed or the friend, and I like the little twist that ends up happening where the girl who was supposed to originally receive her soul did say, yeah, no, that was a crock of shit, like I was not, like I just thought this was a crazy lady. So even though she played the part well of yes, we're all about this and I'm okay with this and all this stuff. So I like that there was even a little twist during that time. So I didn't feel the lag as much. I felt like there was new development within the film. So I really had a good time with this one. This is definitely a 5 for me.
And Todd, did we get a rating for you? I'm sorry.
No, not yet. And I don't know if it's because I've seen it before. I do really enjoy it. I'm not as high as you guys. I don't know if that's accurate or not. But I'm a 4 out of 5 on this one. I do enjoy it. I do think some of the humor hits different now in a modern sense that was unintentional at the time, but made me laugh for probably the wrong reasons now. But it's a good time.
And if you would like to stream All of Me, there are a few outlets where it is available free with ads on the Roku channel, is available to stream for free on Canopy, is available to stream free with ads on YouTube, for free on Plex, free with ads on Prime Video, and free on Fossum.
Ooh, yes, Fossum's a good one.
Not familiar with Fossum.
It's a newer one. It's been blowing up.
I would think Fossum is a service that only has movies about dinosaurs.
It doesn't.
I was really trying to find something funny with Fossum and Fossil.
I got it.
Yeah,
it wasn't funny.
It crashed.
I was just trying. I did.
Yep. No, that's fine. It's like when you're on a plane and when the plane lands, you discover that the plane has no wheels. Like, so I was landing the joke and I thought this should be fine. And then when the plane touched down, I realized the plane didn't have any wheels and I just skidded along the tarmac. And that's where we were. But speaking about where we are right now, we are at the end of this program. Do you guys have anything else before you head out this evening?
No, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you are in the Orange County area this week, I'll be hosting trivia at the Rush Bar and Grill in Lake Forest beginning at 7 o'clock. Again, this Tuesday and this Wednesday at the brewery in Placentia. Also at 7 o'clock, both nights are free to play and prizes for the top winning teams. Do you gentlemen, I already asked if you guys have anything else before we head up, and you said you didn't. So for world famous juggler Greg Larson and Flesh Wound producer Todd, and the individual that pays the most attention to detail, your host, Ozzy V. We'll see you next week right here on a brand new episode of Flesh Wound Farce.